Yeah,
Oh, we're live.
we're
Let me drink some
live.
water. I gotta drink some water first.
It's actually live from a small town in France called Vitel. Live from Vitel with no sleep since Thursday morning.
So, oh my God. So you're
This
right
is
now in Vitel. So how do we say good afternoon,
um
Vitel, France?
well, actually you already like talk about, you say like good going into the evening. It's like it's too late to go bon après-midi. It's more like bonsoir.
Bon,
Buonasera,
bonsoir.
buonasera, bonsoir. Yes.
Bonsoir.
Look at my sister stalking
Bonsoir,
us.
Vitel.
She Look at this.
Bonsoir.
She's right here. She's right. Where are you, Edwige?
Oh my. And V,
Why don't you show
she's
up?
been she's
She's
been
stalking
waving
us
at us for the
on
longest.
Facebook, and she's in the next room.
I love it.
She's
I love
insane.
it. I love it. She has an awesome personality. She's having a good time. She's happy. Her sister's in town.
I know.
Folks,
She's over here.
Gigi's in Vitel, France. She's been
Come say
traveling
hello.
all day.
Say
Look,
hello.
look, look.
She's.
Bonsoir. Right? Am I saying it right? Bonsoir.
She's still texting on Facebook. Say hello. Say hello to our friends in New York.
And then New York says bonsoir.
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 Travaillez bien. She said work. Do some good work. All right.
Nice.
Anyway.
Love it. Love it.
Sorry,
Fans.
everybody's
That's
happy
awesome.
to see me, right? It's fun.
Of
It's all
course.
good.
You're in your hometown.
I haven't seen them in a couple of years almost. So it's yeah. So it's time. It's due. Right?
Yeah, listen, you go out there and you enjoy.
Yeah.
Folks, interestingly enough, we got a very nice topic that we wanted to talk about.
Actually, nice and important, and let's
Very.
gear it towards our homeowners or those who want to be homeowners, because I think it's an important topic to really stress upon,
Yeah,
right? Because it could get sticky out there, it could get some issues if
100%.
you don't,
And I like that you said exactly what we wanted to gear towards. This is geared more towards the consumer, the home sellers.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about selling, these are some tips and tricks that you can learn. And yeah, we're giving it away. All right, we're giving it away. We want to help you folks out because the market is getting crazy. You need to adjust. There's a lot of information that you got to cover. So we'll jump into it real quickly.
Yeah. So the topic of today is pricing. Why pricing at basically the right price point is super important.
Correct.
Overpricing, niche good. No good at all. No good. Never good. So I was talking to you about that little thing that I was doing on Wednesday.
Yes.
We had the CMA workshop. Incidentally enough, quick. I'm going to go quick. I wanted to find a case study that was actual, real, and expired listings from an MLS, a homeowner that wanted to sell the house. I'm not going to give you where and what, because the listing agent might find himself. I think he's probably in my friends list on Facebook.
Okay.
And there was a two-family used this one in Queens at a price point that was right under 800, and it felt like I'm like, how come this expired? And it's two-family. Digging into it, it was a two-family used as one that came on the market before we had the 8% interest rate last year. They had a contract that didn't work out, had to go back on the market, and then it never sold. The thing is, when we went back over the CMA by trying to show the agents that they have to think outside the box, they have to use a lot of deduction and thinking and say, here, this is what the two families are selling for, this is what the one family are selling for. And of course, there was no photos on the inside, so I couldn't really gauge of the condition of the house, but the property, like in a nutshell, was really overpriced. Yeah. Even though, you see, this is where they could have encountered a problem. The agent marked it as a two-family house. Even if a buyer wanted it to buy it at that price, the bank may not have valued it as a two-family house because there was only one unit in the house, and that's what
they had. So they converted it, and they were using it as a one family, but
Yeah,
that means that they basically removed the kitchen. Is that what you're
yeah.
telling me? Like the
On the
second
second,
kitchen that was
yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be there, they removed it.
yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming they kept the bathroom at least.
I haven't seen. There was no pictures of the
Oh,
inside. They were removed. Yeah, but
got
still,
it. Somebody
So
would
the
have to
bathroom
go
was
through the
there.
process.
There was enough bathroom, but the room that was used as a kitchen upstairs,
Uh-huh.
the secondary unit was no longer there. So that changes a lot of things
Yep.
as far as pricing, and people don't realize it. But yeah, on paper it's a two, sure, but the bank is going to see one unit,
Correct.
even though on paper it's a two. It's being used as one unit for eons, for like 40 years.
Mm.
So we do have to, and I want to stress it to those home sellers, we sometimes, I mean, you do have to hear out, listen to what we have to convey to you as far as pricing, especially when we are, when you have enough experience and seen different situations. It may not sound good.
Yeah,
You may not like what you're hearing.
that's true.
It is the truth, the
Yeah.
hardcore truth. Yeah.
So like when it comes down to the pricing, basically this is it, right? Like, look, we get it. We all think our home is the best home out there and no one can top us. We understand.
Mm-hmm.
But what you have to realize is that at the end of the day, you have to study the market. And if they're buying all cash, fine. Chances are, if they're smart, they're still going to know the market. But however, you have to anticipate that a mortgage is coming in, right? And if
And then
somebody's going to take out a mortgage,
let me add something. As of July this year, we're going to have this new rule that buyers going to have to be represented. So you're going to have the buyers being represented. Let's not even talk about compensation. Are going to expect more service. What they're going to be expecting from the agents that we've been hiring is at least a CMA, a study of the market with the comparable homes that have sold, and are really similar to those they're interested in buying. So that's going to be something that's really going to change the landscape of our market,
yeah.
And even I was thinking, I think an agent who's going to agree right off the bat just to secure a listing with the price that you're throwing at them, it's a red flag to me. The fact that the person would say, "Oh yeah, you're totally right. Let's use it at this price and we'll lower later." Run, Forrest, run. That's
Yeah,
what I
I
would
mean
say.
it'll make the property stale. So here's a concept that I want you sellers to understand,
Yeah.
right? There's a few things happening. Again, if you're familiar with the market, you're gonna know what to do. So hypothetically speaking, let's just say Nassau County, right? Everybody's again flooding the area of Nassau County,
Mm-hmm.
specific towns, whatever the case might be. Just because you just because you feel that your property is of value, and I'm not saying it's not, but at the end of the day, if you don't pay attention to the market and actually study it, you're going to overprice it. And what's the first thing people think about when you hit the 30-day mark, right? You're 30 days on the market. What's wrong with the house?
Yeah.
First question, what's wrong with the house?
Yeah.
Automatic. Why is it taking so long to sell, right? It's always going to come down to the location and the price. You can't physically pick up the property and move it. So what does that mean? You have to reflect everything off of the price.
Yeah. Condition of the house should be reflected in the price as well. Everything can be cured with the right pricing. Everything.
Correct. So now again, going back to what I was saying before, we were talking about was the banks, and they're going to want to make, I guess, lend the money to these properties as long as they meet their standards or their values. So what does that mean? They hire an appraiser, right? You pay for it. The buyers typically pay for that. So they hire an appraiser. Appraiser comes in. What are some of the things that the appraisers are looking for? That's what we have to figure out, because they're going to give your property that value at the end of the day. Tell the bank, hey, the property is worth X, right? Depending on what the buyer's doing, they're going to lend 80%, 70%, whatever your down payment is, they're going to lend the rest. Okay. So if the property is not meeting that value, or if the appraisal comes in and it's appraised for less, the banks are going to lend less, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have to do now? If we're pricing properties, we're pricing them smarter. what are the websites that we should be paying attention to, Gigi, as far as looking at these properties? If we want to do a CMA, for those of you asking, it's a
Like if
competitive
you mean if the seller wanted to go and look for pricing, or if you
for right
wanted,
pricing. You know, sometimes we get these for sale by owners that price these properties ridiculously, and then they
I
think that
would
they
not.
already
I
have.
definitely wouldn't do the Zestimate. Could sometimes Zestimates are on point, sometimes they're not. Just remember, again, I've been saying it many times, Zillow is not a multiple listing service company. It's a marketing company.
Correct.
They will use some algorithm to price things out. What I don't even know what service is available to the homeowners. You can actually get it through your agent. You could get something like HomeBot.
Yes.
Your agent can actually help you out with that. Do you get things like that through List Report as well, through your agent and your vendors?
List report is more on the marketing factor, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more on the
So
marketing.
HomeBot, you can receive that from the agent. Definitely a CMA that your agent should be able to provide, because the appraiser is going to do a CMA.
Yeah.
Based on sold comparables.
So that's what I was going to bring up next, right? So another tip is, what's the appraiser looking for? How far back are they looking, right? So typically they're looking about 6 months, right? They're looking about 6 months. Now, 6 months ago, we were kind of going through that, I guess, that change of the rates going down, going back up. But guess what? The rates are going back up again, right?
I know. And we thought they were going to go. We were hoping they would go down. And you see, they're not like.
And here it is, folks. Check it out.
Make it bigger, because I cannot even see it.
Hold on. There it is.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Whoa. Right. And check this out, folks. Current mortgage rates in Queens County. We're already hitting. Look at this. Conforming 30-year fix, 7% interest rate. Right. This is what we're looking at. And
APR, and definitely your annual percentage rate. This is what you're gonna have. It's really a 7 point. I don't even have my glasses. 7.3, right? The APR.
7.382. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So what does that mean now? We have to take this into consideration. Maybe a month, 2 months ago, while the interest rates were a little closer to the 6, maybe people were going crazy and ballistic. And again, I've come across a lot of agents in Long Island. Shout out to the agents in Long Island, because a lot of them that I've come across are very strategic. They know what they're doing. They're pricing these properties at a very competitive market price. And what are they doing?
Right, like a hair under market value. Yeah.
Right. And now they create that demand, and they're getting 40, 50 people coming into the properties. There's multiple offers coming in. Right. But that's not going to work if we're overpricing these properties. Again, I know your home is a beautiful home, and there's no other home on the block like yours. We get it. But at the end of the day,
you see, and for us in MLS, in some part of Queens, you've seen that the market, although you're having a very low inventory, there is a lack of supply for the buyers, and it shows. You still have, and you still have zip codes like Richmond Hill, where over the last 6 months, if you wanted to take a look at the one-family houses that came on the market, over the last 365 days, one-family house.
Here, we'll pull it up right now on live data. I'll do it right now. I'll do exactly what you're. Look,
I think
hold on.
40 houses.
Let me share the screen first so that they can see it.
Came on the market. Not the tiny houses. They probably don't even have that many.
Here we go.
How many do Richmond Hill 11419 and do one family house and T minus Richmond Hill 11419? It's Richmond Hill South. No, just put the zip, because if you put Richmond Hill, it's gonna give you all the zip codes in Richmond Hill.
Copy that.
Like remove it, and then to do one family house, and then do T minus 165, 365. Sorry. Oh, I'm tired. I don't even know what I'm saying.
So good.
How many?
Hold on. 14. You want to put 14.
Or then maybe it was ever. Imagine this. Look at the stats. How many were expired?
Here we go.
And withdrawn and cancelled.
Well, we have back on the market.
No, back on the market is available.
Yeah,
cancelled, expired, withdrawn.
Yeah, I don't see the
to the side, to the right side.
Hold on.
No, if you go on your stats, it would show. So I don't know. I think it was either 1 or 102 or whatever. Something I was searching for something, and there was so few, but still you had like 13 expired and withdrawn and canceled, and I'm like, that's way too much out of 40 properties in 1 year that went on the market. And you see here in that zip code, one family house, 14, and that's a big zip code. And there is plenty of demand. But look at the price, look at the ratio, look at the list price, then the adjusted price, and then the sold price on the first column.
Yep. I can't zoom into this. Oh, there you go. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, at least this one, there is not too much difference, right? On the list price to the sell price, the original list price.
So right now they haven't sold. They haven't closed yet. That's what's coming up here.
Oh, so there is nothing. You put T minus 365?
Yes, but that was on the list.
Oh, no, you know what you did, darling? You did the available list. You didn't do the unavailable.
Search.
Yeah. Residential, available, and unavailable.
Boom.
Yeah.
Zip code again?
11419.
11419.
Yeah.
11419. One family.
Yeah. T minus 365. You see, it's not going to be a lot. How many?
Here we
Next to the zip is going to show you.
So in total, you have 65 homes. And then
because it's okay.
To expired, there was 9. Closed, there was 19. Canceled, there was 2. Back on the markets, there was 1. There's 10 right now that are pending.
Oh, good.
2 of them were taken off the market. 9 of them were withdrawn.
9 of them were withdrawn.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 and then 2, and then it's still like, okay. It's still like a lot. It's still like close to 20%, right? Of listings that are never going to start, never selling in this tight market.
Let's see, 6, because there's 65, and then how many?
I don't know. I mean, probably including all those houses that are bigger.
65.
But I know I had 40 on my search of up to 4-bedroom, 3 or 4, or something like that.
That's probably at about 14%. 14% of these homes were taken back off of the word.
When I did my search, about 20% came back, not sold, and that was kind of crazy. And I'm like, that's way too much. And then looking at the price, same thing. Average list price, original list price to sold price. There was such a huge spread, huge.
Yep.
Right.
Shout out to Brian. What's up, Brian? Coming through with the facts.
Yeah.
We had lunch the other day, man. It was good seeing you, bro.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Can you zoom on that?
Can I zoom? Oh, zoom on the stats?
Spreadsheet. Yeah, the stats. Oh, on your screen.
I mean, I could, but what do you want to look at?
Just wanted to look at the original list price to the sales price.
Perfect.
Look at because I don't see anything.
No, that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's a good example. Look at the original list price and then the sold price. Look at the difference.
So here, list price 781.
And then
781 and sells at 659. Wow. And that's the average.
So what does it tell you? Those properties are overpriced. Because the market readjusts itself no matter what. And we're talking to sellers out there. The buyers actually basically are the one who are buying your home. So they're going to buy to how much they're willing to buy. It's Correct. Not what you want. Obviously, this is the proof is in the pudding on something like this.
Yes. So understand that like it's information that if you're experienced, you're gonna know where to find this information.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can't just go off based off of, oh, I saw my neighbor's house down the block and it was priced for $1 million.
It was priced for $1 million.
Exactly.
It did not sell for $1 million.
That should be the next question. Did it sell for that money? And if the answer is no, then you can't go based off of that. Just because something is asking for an amount doesn't mean it's going to sell for that amount. It may sell for more.
I mean, no, I know, but I do understand
You know?
pricing with a little bit of room for negotiation, but not $100,000, not over $100,000. That's insane. In a market like this, to me, it shows me several things, and this is for sellers out there too. The affordability is pretty much at its highest peak in that neighborhood. And this is why and if you're going to look year over year in the pricing, you're going to see that there is a little bit of a dip. Because of now that the interests are going back up, you'll see it's going to go, and you won't see it on this. There is something else that you can look on our MLS called Market Report Generator.
Let me stop sharing this.
And that will show you the price trend month over month, and like a chart of the 24-month pricing. And it's really where you understand affordability and where, like price and then interest rate is just, even though people need to buy, they'll buy, but they won't buy at what the seller want to sell at. It's not, the prices won't be able to go up as whatever the owners think is going to go up by every year by 11%. This is done. This is over. Put 12 months, one family house to the left. Yeah. And then average price. That takes a little bit of time. And then there is that chart at the bottom, which is really indicating the price trend in those neighborhoods. Yeah.
Look at this. This is exactly what you're referring to. Let me zoom in a little bit to see if I can. I'm sure you guys can.
This is the month over month. It's in the minus, right?
Well, yeah, if we're looking at it, it is in the minus. But I like looking at this graph right here.
Look at the drawing. Look at the chart drawing at the bottom of the page.
This one?
No, go down. Go.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so this one here. Look what's going on over the last month. Don't you see a dip?
Yep.
There you go.
Change is happening. And
so it's going back pricing in 2022.
So here's where we started to kind of boom into the high interest rates, I would say, right? Like November, around this circle. Yeah, so that's why this dip is occurring. And then you see an influx again. It's kind of going up again, but then it goes back down.
There you go. Yeah. So this is what's happening, folks. This is all a matter of pricing is right according to the micro current, the micro basically current market condition is all very, very local. This is one particular zip. In other areas of Queens or Nassau could be a different story. So you really need to talk to a professional real estate agent that is understanding those trends, that is understanding the neighborhood, that is understanding what's going on. All right. That's all I have to say, because now I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Listen, you can't give it all away.
I don't think I can do the half hour today. I'm like, oh my God, this is excruciating.
You can't give it all away. No, that's fine. And I just wanted to touch on that. And again, that information was really solely for anybody who's thinking about selling their home, whether it's with an agent or without an agent. But if you want access to this information, okay, understand that you can simply reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to see if there's any solutions or more information that we can provide to help you.
Or conversation we can have. But unfortunately, too many agents out there also do not get the same education you and I had as far as real estate. And we sometimes it's not even about the broker, it's also the other agents you surround yourself with. And it also doesn't have to be people you're in the same office with. With Ed, we're having a lot of real estate conversations in general, and we're just masterminding on best practices and stuff like that. Knowing that we are We're friendly competitors, but
Yep.
we're just trying to make each other better and say, here, this is what I'm doing. Let me share that with you, and so on and so forth. So you need to have like a support system as an agent as well in order
100%.
to progress. And because you can't, some stuff I don't know at all. Some stuff some other agents just tell me, and I discover new things. I'm like, wow, interesting. Let me use this. Let me teach it in some of my classes. Why not?
Of course.
Yeah.
But all right, well, Gigi, I don't want to keep you any longer, man. I know you
I
flew out
know.
there. You've been traveling for hours. You go and enjoy your
I'm
nap
like across
or
the world
wine.
in my old
It's
little. Oh, let's look at this.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere,
Let's
right?
look at the clock. Let's look at this
Oh,
Napoleonic clock. So this is a clock.
Napoleonic.
Oh God, my parents were collecting antiques. Let me make sure I got
Yo,
it the right. This is like insane. 11, 12.
yo. I know just a person to sell that to.
Yeah, I think it needs.
Flavor Flav. He would definitely pay. He would pay top dollar for that
So this is a
clock.
1800. This is early 1800 clock. It's
Flavor
yeah.
Flav.
I
Can
still
somebody hit up Flavor Flav? Let's get him on the
this.
line.
I have the key to wind it in.
To
It's
wind
like,
the clock?
yeah,
Yo.
for the mechanism to keep running. Yeah, yeah. It just needs to be adjusted. It's in a drawer.
Very interesting.
In the same similar. It's also an Empire style
Listen,
drawer.
Flavor Flav doesn't even care if it clicks or if it ticks or not. He's just gonna wear it around the
Yeah,
chain.
I know. But
Yeah.
thank you guys for tuning in. I
Yes.
think if you have questions about pricing, just send us a text, connect
Email.
with us on social
Call.
media. Ed, you're
Yes.
always available.
That's
NYC Homes with Ed.
it.
And I don't know, just type Gigi, you'll find me.
Let's go. I love it. She's like, don't
That's
worry, just type
true.
Gigi, you'll find me.
God.
All right. Well, Gigi, enjoy your Friday afternoon because it's it's 5 o'clock somewhere and you're there. It's
I am
it's
there.
5:30. So you better
I'm
crack
not
that.
gonna have no cocktail for me. I'll wait for tomorrow. I don't think
What?
I wanted to go see some friends, but I'm like, let me just sleep it off. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll make a few phone calls. But
enough.
until next week. So next week I'm also gonna be in France. I hope this weather over there. Oh my God, I got there to France. It was freezing, like barely 40 degrees, and rain, overcast with those big clouds. It's like all foggy and stuff. Like,
That was yesterday here.
oh man, yeah. No, but yesterday wasn't as cold. Here it's freezing.
Yeah. I don't want it to freeze anymore. But
Yeah.
stay warm, Gigi. Enjoy your France Tour de France.
Yes.
Enjoy your Tour de France.
You know what? If the weather permits, next week we'll do it. I'll do it. We'll do it outdoor. And
maybe we should. You know what? Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. Whoever watches this is watching now, is watching later, whatever. Put it in the comment box. Let's see. Maybe Gigi can take us on a listing tour, on a tour, not even a listing, but just a tour of a house for sale. That'd be pretty cool. So we could take a look at some of the
Oh my
architecture.
God, I have to make an appointment with an agent. Okay, let's try that. Let me see if I can secure something.
Let's see.
Let's
see what the people say. If the people voted for it, then you got to do it, Gigi.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We'll see. And
all right. How do we say? Is it au revoir? Au revoir?
Au revoir. Au revoir. Yes.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Stop making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm trying to say it, but I laugh when I say it.
I know. Au revoir. All right. See you guys.
Au revoir.
See you on next Friday. All right. Same time.
Adios. Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend. Enjoy.